Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am tremendously sorry we didn't get through all these notes during class, but I wanted to go over really good test-taking techniques, and I felt like at the time it was much more important. So please make sure that you get these notes into your continuation of that worksheet. You can put them on the back of the worksheet. There might not be enough room. Just attach one more piece of paper. So let's go through these, and we're going to talk about whether or not we have to define the variables and what these statements would mean in an algebraic expression. So the sum of 8 and y. Well, they've defined our variable for us, so I don't have to let x equal anything. The word sum means addition, so I'm going to say this is the sum of 8 and y. Okay? Let's look here. The product of 5x and z, they've defined our variables for us, so we don't have to let x or z equal a number and another number. We can just list this out as product, meaning multiplication. So 5x, z. Excellent. The difference of 10 and 5x. Let's go down here. Our variable is defined, so it's 10 minus 5x. Now this is an interesting one because this is a quantity of x minus 8 and 9. So the quotient, which is going to be division, I really want you guys to stop using this unless you're using it in order of operations. You'll see that on the test. That's because we're continuing to work on order of operations. So the quotient of x minus 8 and 9 is x minus 8 and 9. Okay, the quotient of 14 and x plus 5, 14 and x plus 5. Feel free to pause these if I'm going really fast and you need to write these down. Don't feel like you frantically have to keep up. There's a pause button right below. Just pause it so you can write it, and you can do this at your leisure. Okay. The cube of the difference of a number and 9. This one's a little tougher. First of all, we have no variable in this. We just have the words a number. That is when you have to define it. So make sure you know this. So let's just use x, because anytime I use a different letter, I mix it up. Let's let x equal a number. And that's really all you have to do is just define it. So the cube of the difference, okay, the cube of the difference, that's going to mean multiplication. Cube is something to the third power. And the difference of a number and 9. The difference of a number and 9. And I want the cube of that. So it's going to be the quantity of x minus 9 cubed. Okay, 9 less than the quotient of a number and 18. 9 less than the quotient of a number and 18. This is the one that is 9 less than, which means we're going to start with this other number. Whatever this is, we're going to take away 9 from that because it's 9 less than that. First thing I'm going to do is let my x equal a number. And you have to write this. It's part of really becoming firm in your foundation of algebra. Okay? So the quotient of a number and 18, x and 18. Now, for the next few problems, using substitution. This is hugely important, and I'm going to put a big star here. And if you choose not to watch this video, you're going to have a really rough time with these. Anytime you use substitution, so here I'm saying that x is -1, b is 2, and c is -3, which means anytime I see the letter A, I'm going to put in -1. Anytime I see the letter B, I'm going to put in 2. You want to always substitute in parentheses. Always. For positive numbers, it's not imperative, but I want you to be building good habits. I'm going to show you what will happen if we don't put it in parentheses. Okay? So let's look at b cubed minus c cubed. I have b as 2. So everywhere I see b, now I'm going to do this incorrectly the first time so you can see why the parentheses are so important. Okay, and c is -3, so I'm just going to put minus -3. 3 cubed. Okay? Well, if I don't have parentheses, this 3 only goes, this cubed only goes to the 3. So this is going to be 8. Now I'm going to change this sign. Why wouldn't I? Minus a negative. It's going to be plus 27, which is going to be 35. Now, I could get the right answer on this next one. That happens, and I need you guys to understand that getting the right answer with the wrong work is not being firm in your algebraic foundation. So sometimes the answer is going to be the same, but watch the work on this. So now I'm going to put it in parentheses, where b is 2 cubed minus, oops, moved over a little too far there, minus negative, right, minus negative 3 cubed. Okay, now, so now I have 8 minus, now the 3 belongs to the negative and the 3, which means I have minus negative 27. Do you guys see that this is minus a negative here, but this was giving me the wrong exponent? Even though the answer is the same, and I know that's hard for you guys to understand, but the further you get into advanced algebra, which is what you're doing, the more you'll understand that the process is important. This is going to really rear its ugly face when we get down to the ones where the numbers are squared. You'll see the difference. Okay. So always in parentheses. Okay, so b, oh, this one will show it right here too. Okay, so b is 2 minus c, which is negative 3. Change those. b, still 2, plus negative 1. So I have 5 over negative 2. Now, this could be written as 5 over negative 2, which is the same as negative 5 over 2. The negative sign, I just brought it out front. I usually do that so I don't get confused, especially when we start working in slope. I always bring my negative sign right out to the front. Next one. Lots and lots of letters and numbers. And everybody remember, these are your absolute value grouping symbols. Okay, so absolute value of A is negative 1 plus negative 3 minus 2, that whole quantity cubed. Work within your grouping symbols first. So I have the absolute value of negative 4 minus 2 cubed. Absolute value of negative 4 is 4 minus 2 cubed. And you guys have to understand, I've been doing this math for a really long time, and I still show all these steps. It's the path to least error. That gives me. Now this one's going to be the most important for you to understand. Whew, jumpy little guy. Why to put these in parentheses. Okay, so here's 2 squared minus negative 3 squared. I'm going to come over here and do this one wrong. 2 squared minus negative 3 squared. No parentheses. Okay? This is going to be 4. Positive numbers are not as important, but I really want you to get in the habit. Now, exponent here only goes here, which is 9. So this becomes positive 9, which is 13. That's with no parentheses. And I wish I had like a big button so I could show you that that's wrong, because this is wrong. Let me show you why. Now we have our exponents. Now this minus stays. This 2 does belong to the negative. So it's negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. This becomes minus 5. Let me change those signs if it's easier for you. I know a lot of you like to change the signs to make that number negative. Okay? Thank you guys so much, and I want you to make sure these notes are in a continuation from your notes for yesterday. I take my time to do this for you guys, and I really want you to take advantage of it. You have a major test on Thursday and Friday, and I wish you the very, very best skill in studying. Please come to me if you have any questions. Thank you so much.